Team Canada, goalkeeper, number 30, right, Dick.
Welcome to Landstuhl, Germany, about a 45-minute drive northeast of Munich. It is Saturday night. It is the opening night of the 2022 IHF Under-18 World Hockey Championship. Great to see a lot of fans in the building. It was Germany here earlier today. Sold-out crowd. They were taking on the Czech Republic. But game number one for these great rivals in Team USA and Team Canada. The United States so dominant over the years at this tournament. Gold in 7 of the last 12 events. However, that was not the case last year in Texas as Team Canada won gold for the first time since 2013. And Craig, they did so on the shoulders of young Connor Bedard. He was the youngest ever to win a gold medal at the Under-18 World Hockey Championship. Your starting goalies, there is Trey Augustine, 6'1", 17 years of age, 180 pounds. He had a 6-6-1 record this year with the United States National Team Development Program Under-17 team. And there is Reed Dick out of Winkler, Manitoba, plays his WHL hockey with Swift Currents, also played in the MJHL as well back home in Manitoba. And Canada all fired up. You get a peek at the coaching staff there. The head coach this year is Nolan Baumgartner. Head coach for the United States, Adam Nightingale, right there, makes his IHF debut for the Under-18s. As we are underway, puck drop, and these two rivals ready to rip on a Saturday night here in Germany. As the puck is dumped in, chasing after it is Hal, picked up quickly by the Americans and sent to center ice. Owen his own, getting away from Snuggerud, takes contact but works it down. Good body check there as he plays physical on Ryan Chesley. And there is the captain, Connor Bedard, on the puck for Canada. Feeds the line, work to the far circle in front. Lost the puck along the Americans to sling it up the left side of the ice, all the way down the ice to the right of Reed Dick for a first icing call here in Germany.
Well, you know, we talk about the captain, Connor Bedard, and you know what he did last year at the U18. Nolan Baumgartner, they'll be looking for those same exact things. And I think there are things you can expect from Connor Bedard because there's no spotlight too bright for that young man.
Adam Fantilli, nice job to win the draw out of the USHL. Goes to work below the goal line. One of the star players to watch for Team Canada. Good turnover, Fantilli, backhand feed, kick stop, rebound available as Augustine kicked it to the right side, and the Americans clear. Riga Lorenz out of the AJHL, chasing after the puck, had it taken away, as the Americans will fire it in. The dump in, courtesy Lane Hudson, all the way down the line and held in. Wrist shot, knocked down in front. Casey picks it up at the line, he'll retreat as he works it back to Tyler Duke. Good pressure by the Canadians. On the right side, Nick Moldenhauer was pressing the issue as the Americans will skate it up left side. Stramel taken down at the line. Lucius, pass behind him. He picks up the puck and works it in. Stramel with Seatman. Seatman for Canada, can't contain it. Centering pass in front. What a chance for Lucius. And it looked like Dick got a piece, sent all the way down the ice, bouncing to Trey Augustine.
You know, one of the things for Team Canada with the bigger forwards that the USA can throw at you is moving that puck quickly because they can create turnovers and quick chances like we just saw.
Backhand into the corner as Dick stops the shot from Nazar. Collected by Ward up the right wing. Ward works it in. Delic in pursuit after the puck. As Sherman couldn't get there in time, all the way back, bouncing for Sova as Nazar picks it up at his own line, dishes off for Leddy. Leddy out of the reach of Brindley. He does a shoulder check and takes play into the corner. Nazar finds it, popped it free for Seamus Powell out of his reach and all the way down to the American goalie.
We saw that quick shot by Nazar, and he's a really good offensive player trying to catch Reed Dick off the post, but Reed Dick was so good just holding that position.
Here's a turnover. Leonard, nice move to the legs. Leonard shoots. Reed Dick answering the call with a as Hudson across for Ches puck. Spicer had it. Picked up, Kaplan shoots, stop, penalty coming up as the United States will have the first power play chance. Yeah.
It's almost like an alley-oop play and just gets up over the head and then just on the wrong side of the puck is Famous and just puts his stick in on the hands, and that leads to the penalty in the first power play of the game here for the USA. But Reed Dick, he's been really good. 3 real strong saves early in this game where he was challenged in tight.
So Pato Famous in the box as Nolan Baumgartner looks on with his coaching staff. The Americans 12-4 all-time versus Canada in this tournament. As they'll get set up for their first power play chance, a collision in front of the net. And holding his mouth is Michael Mastrodomenico. I think he took a high stick and he's checking for damage.
There's going to be a high sticking penalty here in front of the net. It was a pretty good battle between Stramel and Mastrodomenico. Mastrodomenico holds his position there, and right away the penalty was called. So 9 seconds into the penalty, we go to 4-on-4 hockey.
The Americans, certainly, Craig, have some unfinished business. They hosted last year in Texas. We'll get a look here at the penalty.
Yeah, there it is. Stramel just coming through there, trying to establish position. But Mastrodomenico just rooted in solid position in front of the net. We get a great opportunity here with Fantilli and Bedard, 4-on-4. You want to see high-end skill, you got it on display right here with these two guys.
The Americans losing last year, first time in 16 years they failed to find the podium at this tournament. Looking to get back on track here in Germany. As right up the draw, Fantilli won it, but worked up the left side quickly. Logan Cooley, some wheels up the left wing, shot handled by Reed Dick, and Cooley, one of the star players to watch at this tournament.
Well, on the ice is Logan Cooley for the USA, Connor Bedard, the captain of Team Canada, and Adam Fantilli. These are 3 of the brightest young players on the planet. You know, 2 of them are not eligible to the 2023 draft. Cooley's going to be our very early pick in the 2022 draft.
Fantilli trying to drive play in. Pickering out there as well with Seatman and Connor Bedard. Bedard able to steal it, a 2-on-1 for Canada. Connor Bedard with Fantilli. Bedard, wrist shot, oh, glove stop, Trey Augustine. And a look at the skill on display as Bedard, 14 points in the tournament last year, and a good stop by the American netminder. Well,
and Connor Bedard looking to test the goaltender early with that high glove shot. He wins the puck, Fantilli opens up, but Bedard looking, then Augustine gets into great position, stands up and snags it with the glove. Winning the puck there and then getting quickly on the attack. Connor Bedard with a real good opportunity 4-on-4.
Chesley making moves, drops for Howard, back to Chesley. Chesley in, wrist shot in and out of the glove of Dick. As both goalies getting tested and the stick shattering there. Side of it, Howard, oh, what a stop, Dick on Howard. As Dragosevic's lost his stick for Canada. Chesley to the left side. So Dragosevic without a stick right now. Americans trying to capitalize. Bedard got his stick in the lane.
Great play by Connor Bedard defensively, though. To
turnover, though, inside as Hudson in. Stick handling, backdoor pass, score! Isaac Howard cashes first. 1-0 USA off the turnover.
Well, Connor Bedard makes a great play defensively to deflect the puck into the corner. And where it looks like Canada is going to be able to get out of their zone with Dragosevic with no stick, the turnover occurs really quickly just outside the blue line. Real nice play by Howard to intercept it, and then McGordy just puts it right back. Beautiful pass. Actually, it was Lane Hudson. And Lane Hudson is such a gifted playmaker, and Isaac Howard makes no mistake. Creates the turnover, and then finishes it off perfectly with the beautiful feed from Lane Hudson.
And Howard, one of those 7 returning players from last year as the Americans on home soil failed to find the podium. He had 4 points last year in 5 games. He's on the board for the United States here in Germany. So 1-0 USA as Rigo Lorenz will fire it in for Team Canada. Lorenz goes to work in the corner. Mastrodomenico, he gets taken down by Duke below the goal line. Stretched up, iced up that left side. Little move by Tyler Gauthier. Pardon me, that was McGrory who had the puck, number 13. Snuggerud able to pick the puck of Lorenz, try to get back, and picked up by Morden. He'll drop. Lorenz takes the shot, blocked as Morden was driving towards Trey Augustine. Puck battle controlled by the Americans as Casey stretching ice, and he's got Stravel in space. Backhand up high on Dick, and he able to make the stop.
Nice play by Morden, though, to just skate and force Stravel to stay on his backhand, which gives Reed Dick a great opportunity to make that save. Perfect read by Matthew Morden with a really strong defensive play.
Kaplan gets a touch on it as Morden is back. Dick will play the puck. Looking for Collins in the corner. Tough angle shot, and Dick was aware, able to make that save. So the Americans testing Reed Dick in this contest. That's stretched just out of the reach of Femus. Back on it is Seamus Powell. Ward on the forecheck, but Kaplan able to move it up quickly off the end boards, and icing charge to the Americans. So the goal scorer right there, Isaac Howard, out of Hudson, Wisconsin, has made it 1-0 USA.
He creates the turnover, gets himself in really good position, and they can't execute. Hudson there with a perfect pass over to Isaac Howard, and Isaac Howard, he's not going to make a mistake from there. No chance for Reed Dick.
So Wood, Bedard, and Howe up front for Canada. They win the draw. Howe back for Sova. Spencer Sova cuts to the slot. Wrist shot, hit a body, and just went wide. As Howe and Bedard teammates in the WHL this past season with Regina. So two familiar players getting to work together now to try and win another gold medal for Team Canada. Bedard, obviously the only returning player, and obviously one of the most critical players for Team Canada offensively. As that sent down the ice, icing charge versus Canada. He was just an absolute star, Craig. The 14 points, him and Shane Wright, Mason McTavish, the list goes on. And now he has the C on his chest captain here for Nolan Baumgartner.
Well, Nolan Baumgartner, who's had a lot of success at the junior ranks. Gold medals with Team Canada, Memorial Cups with Kamloops. First round pick to the Washington Capitals in 1994. Really cutting his teeth as a real good, young, upcoming coach.
Here's Hudson, creating some space, still stick handling, waits, wrist shot, hit Cooley, puck behind him, and Canada able to control. As Dragicevic on the puck. Feeds Howe up the left side. Little delay from Wood, puts on the brakes. Astro Domenico lays the body, but a 2-on-1 the other way for United States. Snuggerud, Cooley, Snuggerud out of midair, and he got a piece. Backhand feed inside, and oh, what a stop again! As Dick got across on Cooley. Petergoche parks himself in front. Off the boards, back for Cooley. Cooley lost it, and he'll have to retreat and pick it up at center ice.
What Canada's going to learn real quickly here is that USA can transition as good as anybody. Matthew Wood has the puck on the boards, turnover, it's a 2-on-1. And when you're out on the ice against Cooley, Snuggerud, and Gauthier, they can create damage.
Lorenz feeds the trailer, and just out of the reach of Moldenhauer, he couldn't get his stick on the puck. Brindley the other way quickly, 1-on-3. As he had his stick swatted out of his hand. So the Americans, a 1-0 advantage, and on the power play when we come back, the penalty to Lorenz. You want to take it, Craig? Or...
Sure.
Okay.
Nolan Baumgartner trying to get his team just sorted out here with some of the play. Rieger Lorenz takes the slashing penalty. Just gets his stick on the hands there and stick of Brindley, and that's going to get you 2 in the box every time. So Canada coming up with a penalty kill, and the USA, I talk about the skill they can throw at you here. It really is high end. Logan Cooley, Cutter Gauthier, Charlie Strammel, Rutger McGroarty. They can move that puck quickly, so Reed Dick, he'll be under the gun.
He's already made some nice saves here opening night in Landshut, Germany. Great crowd in the building as well as the Americans win the draw. Casey gets it back. Cutter Gauthier, he'll feed him. Gauthier takes a look near circle. Back up to Casey. Sends it across. Cooley for Casey. Casey, wrist shot, and what a glove stop. Strammel the screen, and a good job. Reed Dick finds that puck.
What makes it such a good save is when you watch Reed Dick, he's moving out to the top of the crease, and his eyes are right on the play. He doesn't get trapped in the net. Casey's trying to look for an opening, moves it into the middle of the ice, but Reed Dick, that's just excellent goaltending by Reed Dick.
Strammel lines up to take the draw, won by Delic. Canada finds the puck, able to clear. Look out. As that nearly hit the camera guy right at the center line. He's okay.
Nice play by Matthew Morton, though. He goes quickly behind the net off the face-off win and does a quick reverse to Siteman, and it would have gone down the ice, but just clears the bench, and another face-off in the Canada zone.
One right back to Cutter Gauthier. He'll pick up the puck. Cutter Gauthier, wrist shot, hit a stick. Rebound try. McGroarty had an open net, and the puck just bounced on him. He couldn't get a good shot away. Gauthier below the goal line. Morton goes to work in the corner, gets it to Delic, and he's able to clear. Coach Delic on the forecheck, dumped in by the Americans. Seatman gets there first. He'll slap it down the ice, but can't clear, as that was picked off by Gauthier. Cutter Gauthier back on the puck. Thought about feeding the line. He'll hold. Minute 3 remaining in the power play. Hudson fakes the shot, slides it across. That wrist shot broken up again by Delic. 1-on-1. Delic making moves, trying to break in. Good job by Delic as he kills off some more time. Tried that centering pass, but a job well done on the penalty kill. So Coach Delic, impressive shift here on the penalty kill for Nolan Baumgartner.
Another turnover by Team Canada. The USA are going to eat that alive every time. I can tell you this right now, Nolan Baumgartner has a point of emphasis.
Here's Howard cutting into the slot. Lost the puck. Couldn't get a clean shot away as Hudson sends it across. Big blast just wide. Snuggerud. He loaded up far circle, but Canada able to find the puck in clear.
And this is a good test for Team Canada against a very good, quick, strong USA team, because you learn what you're going to be able to do, and just as importantly, what you're not going to be able to do.
Here's Nazar. Curls around. Penalty about to expire. Nazar for Snuggerud. Snuggerud zips it across for Howard. Wrist shot high off the glass. Stays in play. So back to 5-on-5. 1-0 USA. As Connor Bedard loses an edge. Back on his skates. Drops for Howe. Wrist shot and a good stop by Augustine. Great look by Tanner Howe, and Augustine answered the call. Spicer up quickly. Nazar feed for in front. That was Isaac Howard reaching for it and handled by Dick. Connor Bedard finds the puck. He'll float it in. To the midway point of this first period, 1-0 USA on a goal by Howard. Lucius, crafty little flip up as Brindley trying to work Collins. Collins takes him into the corner. Nolan Collins, good defensive play there. Ruskevich sends it across. Wrist shot, knocked down in front. Hit Brindley. He goes back to work far boards as Leonard tries to close in and help, but Goyette picks it up. He's in with Ward. Ward has it. Looking for David Goyette. Pass behind him. Back up top. Big blast and handled as Nolan Collins let it fly. Goyette has the puck for Canada. David Goyette backpedals. Lucius able to take it away from him. Goyette at the line. Fights to get back. Moldenhauer. He'll send it across the ice. A little move by Dragicevic, and then he gets hauled down and draws a penalty. So Team Canada on the power play here in Landshut. Duke to the box. USA up 1-0. So Tyler Duke in the box. His father Steve, actually from Georgetown, Ontario, will get a look right there. So he'll go for 2 or less, taking down Dragicevic. So a chance for Canada to level the score as Fantilli lines up to take the draw for Team Canada. Ward picks it up for the Canadians as Powell took it away. Powell for Nazar. Sova able to keep it in momentarily, but then sent down the ice by Charlie Leddy. So here's Sova wearing a letter for this tournament. Fantilli, the other assistant captain, and of course Connor Bedard, the captain. He's on the puck in the corner for Ward. Ward feathers it through, off a stick. Wood collects. Wood will drop it off. Bedard back to Sova. Fantilli wants it, gets it, wrist shot, and swallowed up by Trey Augustine.
To watch Connor Bedard play the game, he's 2 and 3 steps ahead of everybody. I mean, the puck's on his stick. He already knows what he wants to do. He already knows what he's looking for. The ability for him to deliver the puck when you not only have time, but lots of space to work with, just another example of his brilliance.
Good face-off win again, Fantilli. Hasova puts it across. Bedard, wrist shot again. Up high on Augustine as Bedard is loading up, looking to go top corner on the goalie.
I think it went right off Augustine's helmet mask there. And Bedard is so good. He can move the puck around, and he can really freeze a goaltender and make you have to think about different areas of the net, and this one right off the mask. But Augustine really good, keeping his body and his upright, standing up really nicely there to make that save.
As Sova lost the puck, and Fantilli's got to get back defensively. Leonard, pass off his skate. Otherwise, he had a glorious chance. Him and Spicer were in. Canada's got to clean up some of the turnovers, as it is obviously early in this tournament. Bedard taken out of the play, tried that centering pass, and the Americans able to clear.
That was an outstanding play by Ryan Chesley against Bedard, because he read where Bedard was going, and he got on him really quick. Bedard just didn't have any opportunity to make a play. David Goyette feeds the slot, big hit. As it was Moldenhauer taking the brunt of that and allowing the Americans to clear. Hudson back for it. 1-on-2 in the corner. Try to pop it free, turned over, quick wrister, and I think Augustine just got a touch on a good shot from Owen Pickering. Moldenhauer able to hold it in, lost the puck, it's back to Pickering. Cooley watching him. Pickering picks it up. Here's Lorenz. Tries to walk it in. Collected and sent down the ice. Courtesy Ryan Chesley. Another really nice play by Ryan Chesley. Reading that play and then just turning around and shutting down any opportunity for Canada to get the puck behind them. So Duke out of the box, 5-on-5. Americans enjoying a 1-0 advantage. As Sherman gets taken down from Leddy. Strammel playing physical, kicks it to his stick. He's on the puck. Strammel back to Leddy as the Americans will start things up from their own zone. Up for Lucius. Lucius brings it in, tried that
drag move wrist shot. Didn't get a lot of velocity on it. McGroarty hammers it back in for the Americans. 6 minutes remaining in this first period here at Fanatec Arena. Delic, a little bit of pace through center ice. He'll bring it in. Good play by Leddy. He'll clear again to center ice. Big collision again at the blue line. Leddy stepping up on Femus, and Femus able to see that in time. Pass across for Brindley. It was behind him, and that allows Delic to move it up ice for Canada. Dragosivic takes a look. He gets taken down. Ships up to Brindley. Brindley feeds the left side for Cutter Gauthier, as that is brought in a step offside. Team USA on our opening night at the under-18s with a 1-0 advantage.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm over our scouts. Looking at here and the speakers. Thank you.
Go ahead. Nolan Baumgartner was the assistant at the recent Olympics for Canada in Beijing, parts of 4 seasons. He was an assistant coach for the Canucks, as Craig talked about. Back-to-back Memorial Cups as well with Kamloops. He won 2 gold medals at the World Juniors. Had a chance to chat with him before this game. So excited for the opportunity. He talked about Connor Bedard and just an exceptional player, obviously. And he said, you know what, it's quick, right? It's a quick tournament. We come together, and we get together with as a team. And he says the chemistry's already coming along with his Team Canada side. That's Fantilli with pace, picks it up, centers it. No one there to get a stick on it.
Well, he was trying to hit Moldenhauer's stick, and he just missed it. The 2 teammates from the Chicago Steel.
In the USHL, as Brindley over the line, feeds the left side. Howard lost it. Duke on the puck in deep. Duke plays it below the goal line as Collins tries to take it away. Moldenhauer pops free to Rieger Lorenz, and he'll use the boards to clear down the ice. Lane Hudson. Canada on a change. As Nazar gets taken down, lost the puck. Fantilli with Mastro Domenico. Pass up top. Wood in, hesitates, and good shot blocked there as Brindley got in the lane. Wood behind the goal line. Mastro Domenico. Connor Bedard jabs it in front. Oh, good stop. As Tanner Howe, he's had a couple good chances in this first period, but Trey Augustine, another brilliant stop.
Well, Connor Bedard, he gets to that puck, and then Tanner Howe is reading it perfectly, jumps to the spot right when the puck is delivered. What a nice play by Mastro Domenico. But Connor Bedard, before he's going for that puck, he already knows what he wants to do with it. What a great play, and what a great save by Augustine.
As Tanner Howe, 2024 draft eligible. On a line with his Regina Pat teammate to start this tournament. As Bedard gets a touch, in goes Wood. Under 4 minutes to go in this first period. Isaac Howard has made it 1-0 USA. Sova. Up the left side for Howe. Wanted Bedard. Just out of his reach as Bedard, of course, a tournament MVP last year, the All-Star forward. Him and Matvei Michkov, man, they put on a show, as did Shane Wright. 14 points for Bedard. Youngest player ever to win a gold medal at the Under-18 World Hockey Championship at 15 years of age.
Well, like Connor McDavid, they both emerged on the scene as players that were 2 years ahead of their draft year, and no accident that Canada won gold in both those years. McDavid in Sochi in 2013 and Bedard in Dallas, Texas in 2021.
Here's Goyette. Nice moves. Loses an edge. Looking for help trying to pass it off. Yeah, that tournament, Craig, in Texas, Canada only trailed once the entire tournament. That was in the gold medal game versus Russia. They had a commanding performance with a very special team. High bounce over Reed Dick. Snuggerud in the corner, working for it, flipped. Stays in play as Leddy leaves it for a Powell. In comes Seamus Powell with some speed. He'll bring it in. Still with it as Macho Domenico roughs him up in the corner. Here's Davies up the left side. Vincent trying to stay onside and could not, as they'll whistle it down. Offside charge to Canada.
You talk about the tournament last year in Dallas, Texas. So Canada beat Sweden twice decisively. And, you know, Simon Edvinsson, the Detroit Red Wings first-round draft pick last year, he, at the end of the match when they lost in the medal round, he went to the Canada team and he said, I've never played against a team this impressive, this good. And, you know, the respect that he showed for them, that's a top-end player that said, I've never seen anything so good. It tells you, you know, just how special that team was in Dallas last year.
8 players went in the first round, and that doesn't include, obviously, Bedard and Wright, who weren't draft eligible. So, yeah, it was a special group. Big collision, far boards, as that was great, and Seatman got taken down hard.
It's the type of play, you know, you got Cole Smythe, well, and Hayduk trying to get on the puck, but Hayduk doesn't drive through him. And, you know, you can see where Seitman is in a little bit of a tough spot. Sometimes, you know, you got to let up somewhat, and I think that Hayduk did a really nice job of doing that, not...
Marek Hayduk, son of Milan Hayduk. Here's Casey. At center ice. He'll bring it in over the line and shoot it in. Collins has the puck for Canada. For Fantilli. Fantilli through neutral ice. He'll skate it in. Still on the puck. Just a dynamic player from the USHL for Chicago. Lorenz up top. Owen Pickering shot through traffic. Fantilli backhand feed through his legs. And it looks like a hand pass, so they'll stop play.
Yeah. Adam Nightingale, the head coach of Team USA, and you know these players come into the program as 15 and 16-year-olds, and this is the culmination of their, for the most part, the 2004 borns. This is the culmination of 20 months at the program, based out of the USA Hockey Arena in Plymouth, Michigan.
They lost to Sweden last year in the quarterfinals, placed 5th. That was their worst showing in a 16-year span. Obviously, that team, I mean, they are built every year to try and win that gold medal, the United States National Team Development Program in Plymouth, Michigan. Here comes Wood for Canada. Towards the net. Bouncing around for Howe. He couldn't corral the puck. Picked up by Nazar. Over the line. He'll drop. That wrist shot kicked up. Rebound, score! Off the follow-up. And Isaac Howard's doubled down. He's got 2 in the period. It's 2-0 USA.
Isaac Howard stayed right on that puck after he made the first shot. And, you know, Reed Dick makes a really good save, but then on the rebound, it kicks right back to Howard, and he makes no mistake on it, just under the left pad of Reed Dick. And certainly one of those plays where, as a goaltender, you're working on trying to control the rebound a little bit better, and that's a developmental part of the game for goaltenders. But Isaac Howard, as you point out now, with 2 here in the first period, and only 2 giving the U.S. a 2-0 lead.
69 points in 52 games this season for the United States National Team Development Program. Final minute here in Fanatec Arena in Landshut, Germany. Our opening night here on TSN. As Cooley trying to free it. Lorenz also working for the puck. Back to Owen Pickering, and he'll slam it in for Canada. Here's Powell on the puck. Watched by Fantilli. As Fantilli would know a lot of these players from playing in the USHL down in the United States. And after the whistle, a bit of a late hit from Michael Mastrodomenico.
I'll tell you what, Mastrodomenico's had a really good first period. He's had some real good presence defensively, jumped into the play offensively, and speaking of another player that's familiar with the National Team Development Program, Michael from Kirkland, Quebec, plays in Lincoln with the Stars. And I think important to say, you know, with Fantilli and Moldenhauer from Chicago and Mastrodomenico from Lincoln, the USHL saying to their players, these teams are going to go play in the playoffs. They have a bye, but they said they wanted their young players to go and have the experience of playing in the U18. Something that I've never seen before, but something very impressive. And something that'll help these young players, not just now playing in the tournament, when they go back to Chicago and Lincoln respectively.
Yeah, it's interesting the paths that players can take. You look at Matthew Morden as well, who played at St. Andrews College just north of Toronto. A couple games as well in the USHL with the Lumberjacks. Everyone's got a different path that they take. So just a few seconds remaining. Draw to the right of Trey Augustine. Howe unable to win it. It's back to Chesley. He's just going to tie things up and put an end to the opening 20 minutes on this Saturday night in Germany. As Isaac Howard putting his stamp early versus Canada. Howard 2 goals in the opening frame. As we'll step aside here from Germany, your intermission coming up with Mark Rowe and Dave Reed. Yeah.
Yep, I can hear you.
Hey, Connor, how you doing?
It's Isaac.
Oh, Isaac, I'm so sorry. My bad. I'm so sorry, sir.
You're good.
Thanks for doing this, Isaac. Really appreciate you. It's Brian Mudrick here at TSN. Thanks for your time, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Isaac, I know a lot of anticipation for your side this tournament. What did you make of that opening 20 for your team?
Yeah, it was good to get the blades wet in the first 20, and I thought we came out with a good jump. It's every hockey player's dream, USA versus Canada, so just trying to make the most of the moment.
And you did. 2 goals in that first period. Tell me how your teammates helped you out to score those 2.
Yeah, they're both obviously playing with great teammates. So on the first one, the 4-on-3, the guy lost his stick, kind of made it a 4-on-3, and just stopped that pass. And then Hudson came down and found me for an open net, so that was a good one. And then just my line mates, Brindley getting the puck to Nazar and him just kicking out to me, and I shot to the guy's legs and just carried up on the rebound and buried it.
Thanks so much for your time. Good luck this tournament.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I brain farted. That's my bad. I wasn't even thinking, man. It's just like, it's been one of those... I just instantly thought, Game 1, Team Canada. Yeah, sorry, man. He was a nice kid about it. We sure are. I'm not even going to... thoughts on... I'll deal with this later. All right. Mark, a great start for the United States. Opening games for both Canada and the Americans. Canada 4 gold medals all time. The USA with 10. As Adam Nightingale, the assistant coach at the Men's Worlds back in 2021 in Latvia. They won a bronze medal. First time behind the bench at this championship. And always a lot of pressure on this American program. They are always built to come together. They play together. And it all comes down to this tournament coming home with the gold medal and a good start versus Canada as Dick will play it away for Wood. Wood up to center ice. Hudson has to backpedal with Connor Bedard streaking in. Chesley back. Bedard hits him. Good contact in the corner as Cutter Gauthier frees the puck for Hudson. Hudson for Cooley. Logan Cooley drops it off. Gauthier. Wrist shot couldn't get through as Mastro Domenico's stick in the way. Owen Pickering able to free the puck up for Bedard. He'll leave for Wood. Matthew Wood lost the puck and Snuggerud quickly 2-on-1. Snuggerud wrist shot. He looked past and then ripped it, and Reed Dick got a piece, and now he'll cover up. And you know, Reed Dick has been impressive in the early stages.
I'll tell you what hasn't been impressive for Team Canada is the number of turnovers. That's another play at the offensive blue line. They try to make a play, and then it comes the other way. And then now Jimmy Snuggerud, who can really shoot it, and Reed Dick getting himself right to the top of the crease. And the other thing, that leads to, when you try to make that play at the offensive blue line, Mastro Domenico's trying to get in there to support the play, and now you trap him too.
Moldenhauer able to move it up the ice as Spencer Silva drops it off. Lucas Dragocevic in deep as well. Moldenhauer reaching for the puck as Lorenz there as well. McGroarty accepts the pass. Brings it in the slot. McGroarty still with it. Turns, shoots, looking glove side as Rutger McGroarty missed. Cruz Lucius works it back in. Casey, little head check, still on the puck. McGroarty spinning away from traffic, up for Duke as he slings it across. That wrist shot knocked down in front. Backhand try also stopped by Dick as he was under siege. Good pressure in front with Cruz Lucius, the screen in front. In comes Tyler Duke. Casey accepts the pass. Weak wrister. It hit Moldenhauer, went wide. And finally settled down by Team Canada and Nick Moldenhauer. Moved up the right side, Fantilli. Duke got back and got in his lane. The shot missed the mark. Canada can't clear. Centering passes. Howard looking for the hat-trick goal. Here's Goyette up the left side. He gets pinned by Bruskevich. Played off the wall to the near point, but nobody there. And that's just a part of Team Canada coming together as a team. You know, getting some chemistry going, understanding where your teammates are. Brand new for a lot of these players here at the under-18s, game number 1. Sherman in stride, shoots. Rebound available as Ward was following in, looking for a rebound, as Matthew Ward couldn't cash. Sherman Moves it in quickly. Stripped of the puck, though, is Braden Sherman. Couldn't take the puck with him. In comes Ward again. Hudson back. They'll flip it to the right side. Nazar leaves. And shipped in by the Americans. They want to change, so they'll take one. As Dick behind his net, he'll settle it down. Owen Pickering scoots in, chases after the puck, works Letty, and then takes him down in the corner. Bemis on the puck. Pano Bemis, Delic. That shot never got through. Good block by Leonard. As Leonard skidding away from Delic. He'll feed the right point. That drive missing the mark as Spicer was cutting in looking for any sort of rebound. Powell holds it in, Spicer to the puck, and he fires it far corner. Good speed by Ryan Leonard. Popped in front, Spicer shoots, and Dick got a piece of it. Popped right in the slot to Delic. As Coach Delic to the right side. Miss Vincent. Delic, though, follows up. Coach Delic fighting for that puck below the goal line. Vincent. Good job by the pair as they collect the puck for Canada. Sova, long drive, missed the mark. Dragicevic couldn't handle it, so Sova is back for Team Canada. Spencer Sova through center ice. He'll fire it in for the Canadians. Connor Bedard collects it near boards. Pops it back. Dragicevic. Sova waits, shoots, and hit a body in front, went wide. It was Howe parked in front looking for the screen. Bedard back to work as the captain steals. Right in front, score! What a pass, Bedard to Matthew Wood, and Canada's on the board. It's 2-1.
The whole shift by Connor Bedard. First of all, he lets the puck come back to the point, and that comes clean there. And then he gets on the puck below the goal line. If you're playing with Connor Bedard, you best be ready to receive the puck. And Matthew Wood was ready to receive that puck. Just a terrific play. He comes inside, and then just the backhand between the legs. Matthew Wood makes no mistake. Number one, getting to the right spot, being ready. Just an outstanding play, getting under the stick of Seamus Powell, and 2-1. Yeah, Matthew Wood, I'll be ready for those, Mr. Bedard.
Out of the BCHL in Victoria, Connor Bedard sets him up, so the captain on the board with a lovely assist. As Wood is 2023 draft eligible and underage at the tournament. So a spark for Canada as Cooley cutting into the backhand. What a stop! Reed Dick reaching back, and a great defensive play. Moldenhauer might have saved a goal there getting back. But what a stop again by Dick, who has been brilliant for Canada early. So 2-1 Canada. Fantilli back chips it to center ice. My goodness, what a save. Reed Dick on one of the best players in the tournament. Cutter Gauthier drives play below the goal line. Fantilli chips for Lorenz. Snuggerud steps one in front. Still loose, side of the net, and Gauthier could not get a good backhand away as him and Logan Cooley, they are a handful, Craig. Bouncing puck back to the American zone, and a big reason why Cooley has got a lot of scouts interested in watching him as the Americans quickly in stride. That might have been offside, but they said no, it was good to go.
Terrible line change by Canada.
Here comes the Canadians as Ward cutting in, taken down by McGroarty. Is that a penalty shot? Let's wait for the call. And it is. We got a penalty shot here in Germany.
Well, what a turn of events here. Canada gets within one on the brilliant play by Bedard. And now Matthew Ward attacking the net, and McGroarty, pulls him over. And no question in my mind that that's a penalty shot. And right after Canada had scored the first goal, Reed Dick with just an outstanding save. So we talk about game changers. Here we go.
Matthew Ward, penalty shot in on Augustine. Ward waits, little backhand, scores! The slippery backhand sauce, what a goal! Matthew Ward has tied it up at 2.
I'll tell you what, not only did Matthew Ward open up Augustine, the patience with the hands, you gotta have quick hands to be able to slip it there, but also as he comes back past the bench with the high fives, he had a word or two for Team USA. All of a sudden it's a 2-2 game. That is fantastic hand skills. when you're going slow, you better have the fast hands, and Matthew Ward demonstrated them there.
So the Matthews looking just fine here for Team Canada. As Matthew Wood opens the scoring for Canada, and then Ward, what a beauty. Canada looking for more as Vincent was up that right side, lost the puck. Mastro Domenico back for Canada. He'll play it off the near boards. McGroarty there. Works it for Lucius. Lucius in there with Charlie Stramel. Back to the line for Duke with space. Duke, wrist shot, and that was high over Dick. Americans control again, pass in front. Vincent got in the way. He goes to work below the goal line. And it's Connor Vincent able to free the puck. He'll skate it up the ice. Vincent feeds the left side. Delic and Vincent, they go to work below the goal line. Poked away by Duke. Just out of the reach of Vincent. As Collins holds it in, then high tip by Delic missing. There's Morden in the corner. So a good pushback here from Canada in this second period as Duke tried to glove it down. Takes a shoulder check and fires it in. America taking a change. Delic, top turnover, big rip, and Nazar. Man, the turnover again right on his tape, and again Reed Dick with a massive save as Canada has come alive though in the second to tie things up at 2.
Well, there's Matthew Ward, who scored the second goal on the penalty shot, but he creates the goal by attacking the net. But the quick hands in tight and opens up Augustine, and then here he comes. He's going to do the flyby, and a couple of words for the USA bench as he comes continuing past. You can see him a little bit fired up, and gotta love the youthful exuberance of the young players. And don't tell me that they both teams know how competitive this game is when you get Canada and the USA facing off.
It is a rivalry at its best at any level, in any country, at any time. As Bedard back to work. Howe tried to feed the line, picked up by Howard, who's looking for the hat trick in this game. Isaac Howard slings it across. And picked up by Hudson. As Lane Hudson for Howard, little pop pass. In comes Nazar to the forehand, and he lost the puck at the last minute as Nazar driving in for the Americans. Quick drive, Howard, who has been so active in this game. Isaac Howard all over it for USA.
So Isaac Howard opens up into space so quickly, and as the puck is coming to him, he's ready to shoot it right off the pass, which makes the save by Reed Dick really impressive, because you got to be following that play and get yourself into position, because you don't have a lot of time to read it after the fact. And Reed Dick does a great job. It's a really good sequence there of getting open, shooting it, and then the save.
Good battle again in that face-off circle. Fantilli winning the draw versus Cooley. Ranked number 2 by NHL Central Scouting by North American skaters. Cooley is a talent out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And that's midterm, Brian. Central Scouting hasn't come out with their final rankings yet.
Moldenhauer around the net. He goes as Morden picks it up for Team Canada. Morden, Seepman works it down low. Pop pass. Moldenhauer, second try missed. Goes back below. As the drag move. Was that a little bit of a lacrosse possible from Fantilli, who steals? Adam Fantilli. Quick shot up high. Moldenhauer. Man, Canada's buzzing right now. As this line going to work. Again, Canada controls. Fantilli tried the backhand swipe, hit a part of the bar. Fantilli again. Centers in front, behind Moldenhauer. Fantilli, side of the net whiffs, tries again, feeds the slot. Man, Adam Fantilli, what a shift from the young man.
Well, he tried the Zegras.
He had it, and he kind of just bobbled it, and then really in tight. You got to look at the hands hitting a bit of the post as well in the follow-up try later in the shift. Man, he is something.
Adam Fantilli has really great confidence, and here he is trying to get the puck up. He doesn't get it clean, but Trevor Zegras is inspiring many, many players from all ages now with his brilliance in scoring that type of goal.
You know, Craig, I got to see that one live in Montreal on Samuel Montembeault. It was brilliant as the Americans are coming in 2-on-1. Cutter Gauthier, he's in across. Score! As the Americans, that high-end skill comes up big as Rutger McGrody able to...
Logan Cooley with the finish. Just a great play by Cutter Gauthier. And, you know, Canada was really carrying play in the offensive zone. And then the puck gets right up past Mastrodomenico. And now it's a 2-on-1. Cooley, Gauthier, finish. Just an outstanding play. That's how quick that line can make things happen. In transition, Adam Nightingale says, you know what, we're a little bit under siege here. I better get my best players out on the ice and get on the attack. And that's exactly what they do. Logan Cooley finishes it.
So 2 from Isaac Howard. Logan Cooley, welcome to the tournament. He has his first, and a near turnover. Paldo recovers. As Leddy, the tough pass. Spicer, he'll bring it in. And that drive misses. Held in by Powell. As Kaplan, skating after it in the corner. Takes his man down hard. That was Pickering as he roughed him up, and look out, a blown tire there by Seatman. Seatman gives it away. Leonard sends it across. Leddy, high shot, but no screen, and no problem there for Reed Dick. And then, yeah, you could expect this, Canada-USA. Little conversation. Game 1 of the tournament.
Devin Kaplan's a catalyst-type player. He gets right in after you, but Michael Mastrodomenico is going to get involved too, so neither one of those players are going to back down 1 inch, but when you want to try to get in and around the net, one guy defending, one guy trying to get open, you get a little bit of friction, and certainly that was the case there.
Yeah, 8 teams in the tournament in this group. In Landshut, you have Germany, Czechia, United States, Canada. Every team will make the quarterfinals. Dragicevic along the far boards, collected by Canada, possible 3-on-2. And that'll be offside as you saw Davies in there, a little too quick.
A lot of coaching going on early on in a tournament. You know, when you don't have familiarity, coaches with players, players with the style that they want to play. So it's going to be a work in progress over time. And it becomes a lot easier to, when you start to get some positive results, both teams, about what you can do.
Here's Trammell, sends the pass, backhand try, right in front, scores! Cruz Lucius on the board in Germany, 4-2, USA.
Cruz Lucius comes back underneath the play as the puck comes high, and it comes right back to the net, and he's able to redirect the puck under Reed Dick. But, you know, the quick play up the ice for Gordy, and then he just throws it behind. 2 Canadians get stuck, and now Trammell, and there's Cruz Lucius coming back underneath and redirects it perfectly. Just a really, really good play. And as Canada got caught up at the blue line outside the dots, that created the opportunity for Lucius to get in and around the net unimpeded.
As Howard comes in again off the draw for the Americans. Isaac Howard taken down, looking for Nazar in front, and flipped down the ice by Team Canada. So Cruz Lucius making it a 4-2 advantage. Backhand try, Nazar, stopped by Dick. Brother Chaz was a first-round pick of the Winnipeg Jets in the draft last year. Canada coming in numbers. Bedard centered it right in front for Howe and just popped over his stick. Nazar leaves it for Howard. Howard through center ice. Lost the puck. Howe got it up to Wood. Wood, drag move. Shot was disrupted. Couldn't get it in towards Augustine. Here's Connor Bedard. Slips the backhand across. Owen Pickering creating some space for himself. Sends it across, and Mastro Domenico, his drive, missed high and wide. Pickering works it right back in for Howe. Duke picks it up for the Americans. Just kept in by Michael Mastro Domenico. Good job at the far point. Connor Bedard behind the net. Here's Bedard. Still on the puck. Bedard tried to flip it to himself in front. And on that first try, you saw Augustine got the paddle down. A good job by the goalie to see that coming. Lorenz, the give and go, broken up. Moldenhauer back on the puck. Up top for Pickering. Moldenhauer slings it in front. Bedard hesitates. Still on it. Up top, scores! What a goal! Connor Bedard, the captain, up top. His first of the tournament, and Canada within one.
The beautiful thing about Connor Bedard, and there's many beautiful things about him, is he gives you something new all the time. I mean, his patience with the puck here, it looks like he doesn't have an opportunity, but he head up, and then he waits, and then as Augustine goes down, he throws it right over the left shoulder. The brilliance, the patience, the finish, just unbelievable what he's capable of doing. There's players that are worth the price of admission. For Connor Bedard, that's certainly the case.
Greg, we had a young German fan come up and say hi to us, and we said, Canada, USA, who do you like? And he said, Canada will win, Bedard hat-trick. So they're here. They know what's up. They're here to watch Connor Bedard here in Germany as Lorenz just a step offside with Fantilli cutting in. So, yeah, you bought your ticket. Well, at least the one young guy, Yannick, the youngster, got to see one goal from Bedard. It's a one-goal game. Augustine didn't even see it. It was just like...
But Bedard has his head up the whole time. And the minute he goes down, he just goes, I got it.
Unreal. He's so good.
Well, when you have Connor Bedard on your team, you're never out of a game, and you're always able to not only get back into a game, but find ways that are so unique. And the head up, the patience, waiting, and then when Augustine gives him the opening, I mean, that is a surgeon's finish. He's got a scalpel-like in his hands.
7 goals last year in Texas, 14 points. His Gauthier fans tries again. Behind Dick, and he found it in time. It's Cutter Gauthier. That hesitation almost fooled Reed Dick. Gauthier back to work, playing the body on Collins, who comes away with a puck. 51 goals this year for Connor Bedard in the WHL. Unbelievable at his age what he's been able to accomplish.
Sure is. I mean, steps into the bubble last year in Regina, exceptional. 28 points in 15 games. Then he goes to the U18 tournament. He lights it up there. 4 goals against Austria in the World Junior, the truncated World Junior tournament. And I laugh, Brian, when people say to me, well, it was Austria. Oh, really? Why didn't everybody else do it?
Off the draw, wrist shot from McGroarty. Broken up, so he feeds the line. Gets it back, McGroarty for Powell. Powell towards the net, deflected just wide. Good screen in front by Cruz Lucius looking for his second of the game. Lucius, McGroarty, that shot blocked. And that stung the body of Graydon Zeitman. Here's McGroarty again. Accepts the pass, cutting in. Puck in his skates. Lucius, shot, picked up by Lorenz. As McGroarty, the captain, able to knock that down, and Lucius back to work below the goal line. Lucius cycles, Stramel on the puck for the Americans. Back up top for Powell. And that hit his skate, allowing to get some breathing room and clear it down the ice. The gentle chip by Ward. Matthew Ward into the corner. Under 7 minutes to go in this exciting second period. 4-3 USA, a 2-point game thus far for Connor Bedard. And you'll remember, Craig, in that gold medal game, he missed on a penalty shot. The next shift, Connor Bedard scored a backhand goal like I don't know if we've ever seen at that tournament. It was electric.
So we see that fantastic goal. We see this fantastic goal. He only ran the TSN highlight of the night 1v1 for about 8 straight days with his Regina goal.
Good save, Dick, who's lost his goalie stick. Another drive, and he'll swallow it up in the glove and then collect the stick for a face-off in Team Canada's territory.
You know, we talk about Connor Bedard too, right? He's like Connor McDavid. Like, you see him go 1-on-4 and beat somebody, and you think to yourself, oh, I just saw something special. But just wait, because you're going to see something special in the very near future. That's the brilliance of these players. And Connor Bedard, when we start talking about him in the same light as Connor McDavid, it is because of the talent, the skill, and the brilliance.
Well, 2013 in Sochi, it was Connor McDavid, underager, getting it done for Canada, helping lead them to a gold medal. And last year, of course, Shane Wright, Connor Bedard, Mason McTavish, an outstanding team that year. As remember, too, Wright and Bedard had 14 points each, one shy of the Team Canada record for points in a single tournament, held by Tyson Jost at 15. Here's a turnover. Here come the Americans again. 2-on-0, and a good stop. Rebound. Howard in front, looking for the hat-trick goal. And Reed Dick able to stop that, fired in, and scores. As Chesley follows up and buries it. Dick did all he could do, but Chesley cleans up things for a 5-3 lead.
And Ryan Chesley read that play perfectly. He saw that there was all kinds of congestion in and around the Canadian net. Frank Nazar, you know, with the speed, Howard can't finish it off, but then Chesley sees all the players there and says, I can step in here safely. And just a really nice play. The quick burst of speed by Nazar, the miss by Howard, but there's the congestion, and Chesley says, okay. That becomes an opportunity that he was able to clearly finish off.
And no surprise, Craig, 7 returning players from that disappointing year last year in Texas. Howard, one of them, 2 goals. Chesley now on the board, returning player. I mean, they know what's up. They're coming to bring it here in Germany and bring home a gold medal for USA.
You know,
there's Borden in the corner. Lost the puck as Americans control. Duke at the line. Takes the shot, then he lets it go, and that's off a stick of Wood and out of play. So a lot of offense, 8 on the board, 5 from the USA, as Canada trails by 2. Great opening night in Landshut, Germany. We're in the southeastern part of the country, just about a 40-minute drive northeast of Munich. And Tell you what, the Americans, they've arrived, they've come to play, and putting Canada on notice. This is a team to be reckoned with this year.
Well, we just see the 5th goal by Ryan Chesley, and, you know, Nazar with the speed driving the net. Howard just missing the hat-trick goal, but Ryan Chesley taking advantage of a sweet opportunity.
As Reed Dick takes a look with Spicer coasting in, he'll hold. And you like the Americans, Greg? They're one of the favorites here this year?
There's no question about it. I mean, they got such high-end skill. Adam Nightingale's done a terrific job with the group, and, you know, they've gone through some different challenges with injuries. Charlie Strammel, you know, had some back injuries. Kaplan was out with an ankle injury. Lucius missed a lot of time with an injury. They're missing Dylan Silverstein, their goaltender, who was part of the World Junior team. And they just continuously, you know, work with the group of players and continuously develop and grow as a unit. That's a big advantage for Team USA, but one they shouldn't apologize for, and one, as we've seen in the U18 tournament, they have taken advantage of over the years.
And in chatting with Nolan Baumgartner just before this game and catching up with the Team Canada coaching staff, obviously that's the challenge, getting together as a unit. And as you know all too well, Craig, you're building. Every game, you see what you're up against, a good test against the Americans, and you build getting to the quarters when it starts for real. As Snuggerud able to steal. And that drive broken up as Cooley tried to let it go. Cooley reaching for the puck. It's back to center ice. As Chesley will dump it back in. Cutter Gauthier on the move. In comes Hudson. Snuggerud spins right in front. Nothing but space. Cooley tries the backhand. Still on it. Turns, spins, shoots, and he missed. Oh, man, Cooley. So dangerous, and the giveaway right to him in front. As the turnover, he was set up and had some time in front of Reed Dick. Puck battle far boards. Snuggerud can't take it away. Moldenhauer collects. That shot off a stick and high off the glass behind Augustine. Here's Lorenz. Goes to work in the corner. Pop free to Gauthier. Gauthier hits Cooley in stride. Cooley over the line. Takes it to the legs. His teammate's changing, so he'll just drive play into the corner.
Nice play by Collins to close off Cooley, because Cooley doesn't need much room to make plays and to free himself up.
Here's Leddy at his own line for McGroarty. He'll tip it in. Lucius cutting in. Strammel behind the net looking for the puck. Moldenhauer up for Bedard. Connor Bedard at the line. He'll swing it in. Just over 3 minutes remaining in this second period. A 5-3 advantage for USA. Here's Leddy. Through center ice, over the line. He'll chip it in. Collins took contact, but able to come away with a puck. Nolan Collins, Connor Bedard as Wood. Couldn't get it, and then Bedard was ready for that hit, and he laid the body check as Connor Bedard standing up strong. He labeled Casey, and Casey was lining him up. Here's Lucius far boards. McGroarty had it hop off his stick, and Dragicevic able to settle it down. Good physical play by Connor Bedard. Just held in onside. Burst of speed by Isaac Howard driving in. Howard lost it at the last second. He was stripped of the puck. Howard, and he lost it at the line. Good job by Sherman, who took it away. Bruskevich plays it to the near boards. Sent up to center ice and right to Spencer Sova. He'll play it off the glass. Goyette tried to get it in deep. Good burst of speed right through the middle as Nazar was trying to drive play towards Reed Dick.
Nazar's so quick, he tried to knife through there, and the Canadian defense did a nice job of closing him off.
Pass up to Howard. He'll feed the line. Shot tipped, and Dick didn't see it. Went to his left. Howard in front. Scores! Hat-trick goal, Isaac Howard. What an opening night for him as the Americans have put up 6.
Well, as the puck comes below the goal line, Frankie Nazar, he understands that there's a play to be made. Howard's right there on top of the crease, and Nazar delivers the perfect pass. It's just understanding when, before you get the puck, what's my next play? And before you know it, it's in the back of the net, and there's your hat-trick goal. Just a superb play by Frankie Nazar. You see Howard get inside position and gets his third of the game.
Committed to play NCAA hockey at Minnesota Duluth. A hat trick in his opening game, opening night versus Canada, and doing the interview with him in the intermission. Well-spoken young man, and yeah, always says exciting to get up for Canada in gain number 1. As Spicer right on net, handled by Dick, and Owen Pickering picks it up. Mastro Domenico back to Pickering. So 6-3 USA. Nolan Baumgartner and the coaching staff knew they'd be challenged, knew they'd face a tough test in their opening game, see where they are, get acclimatized, get used to playing with each other. As the backhand pass in front, Lorenz couldn't get there, and then flipped high to Mastro Domenico, trying to glove it down. Picked up by Fantilli with a step, shoots, good stop there, Augustine, as Adam Fantilli turned on the Jets quickly. Final minute, pass right in front, backhand try, and again, Fantilli. He was behind Emily Lines there, as Canada able to remain on side and slip the pass through to him. As Spicer sends it up the ice in a good battle right at the line, and tensions are heating up. Fantilli. Leonard was the guy to get up after the exchange. He's on the puck. Leonard brings it in. Wrist shot just wide on Dick. Bemis on the forecheck. As Canada getting on side in time, into the glove. As the burst and the wrist shot swallowed up from Connor Vincent.
Well, we've had 7 goals in this second period. No lack of excitement. Adam Fantilli's such a handful because he's got the strength, he's got the drive, he's got the hands. So when he gets open, he can challenge you in so many different ways, and really he imposes himself on you physically and with his skill.
So just 2.3 seconds remaining. Draw back to Letty. So yeah, no shortage of offense with 9 on the board, 6 belonging to Team USA. So we got highlights coming up, and you don't want to go anywhere as we got highlights from Sweden, Latvia in the other group. Intermission coming up next with Mark Rowe and Dave Reed. Thank you, Connor Bedard, thank you. Hey, Connor, Brian from TSN. Appreciate your time. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
Connor, game number 1 tonight of the tournament versus USA, always a tough rival. What have they been doing out there to make things difficult for your side tonight?
Yeah, I think they've been, causing turnovers at, both blue lines. And, they're so skilled, they're going to get those odd man rushes that they keep on getting. So I think we got to simplify our game a lot. These are, some of the best players in the world, obviously a lot of first, second round picks. So if we just simplify it, I think we'll be okay here in the third.
Connor, a gold medal for you last year at this tournament. You're back. You have the C on your chest. Why is it so important to you to come back and take care of business 1 year later?
I think anytime you get, the opportunity to represent your country, and obviously, for me being able to be the captain is a huge honor, and something I've always wanted growing up, watching guys like Crosby were in the C, and obviously looking up to them. So, when I got the call, I was super thrilled to come back and go for another gold.
Connor, thanks for your time. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Connor Bedard, Logan Cooley, puck drop, third period underway as Bedard digs the puck free. Canada controls as the shot's 42-18 in favor of the United States through 40 minutes of play. And Craig, it's been an entertaining game, some beautiful goals. Connor Bedard with a highlight reel snipe, and game number 1 for Nolan Baumgartner as he'll continue to assess and build at this tournament.
Tournament play is all about building from shift to shift, period to period, game to game, and it's about getting better over the course of time. And you got to keep in mind too, Nolan, comes in trying to understand how to use the players, what players can do, players trying to understand how Nolan and Team Canada weigh how they want to play. So there is a real learning curve here, but you get good competitive players, you get smart players. Also, you get players, Connor Bedard coming back, who can set the example for you. They become coaches within the team, so to speak.
Here's another turnover. Snuggerud up the right side, looks for help, centers it back for Cooley, and Pickering took his time and space away in time.
It was an excellent play by Owen Pickering because he recognized that Cooley was behind him, and he stayed right in his space, lifted his stick, and no harm done.
There's Cooley at the Canadian line. Couldn't bring the puck with him. As Tanner Howe pokes it along the boards. Chesley back defensively. Howe hits him. As Lane Hudson for Snuggerud up the left wing. Snuggerud, Cooley in tight to the forehand. Tries to jam it home. And Reed Dix sticking with him. He has been by far the busier goalie tonight here in Germany. 9:30 p.m. local time here in Germany, in Landshut. And here's a turnover right to Rieger Lorenz as Fantilli drives the net. And Dragicevic wanted the pass, set up the ice for Cooley. And racing back, Spencer Sova. Good speed to get there. As Duke gambled, pinching in, and Americans able to hold the zone. Good job by Fantilli. Got back, took that away, and flips it up the ice. Ward, he gave it away to Strammel. In comes Strammel. And that's picked off by Davies. Davies, look out. Nearly got run over as he goes back to work on the puck. Charlie Strammel, a big body, battling for it. Canada able to control. David Goyette, burst of speed. A little space opened up, but he couldn't get there in time. Sherman reaching for the puck. It comes to Lucius. Sherman trying to take it away from him. Here's Morden. He lost it at the American line, and Lucius collects for USA. Nice hand-eye. McGroarty trying to cut in. Stood up nicely by Seatman. Stayed with him. So both these teams right back at it tomorrow. Canada will take on the hosts Germans, and Czechia will battle Team USA. Here's Brindley in his own zone. Lost the puck for Wood. Wood collects, looks for a trailer. Throws it back to the line. Nice move by Morden. Just onside, still with it. Morden. He'll leave. Collins fake the shot, try to get it in deep. As Femus picks it up. Centering pass in front. And broken up by Team USA as Wood was trying to get a shot away. In comes Howard. 3 goals already as Isaac Howard having a night for Team USA. As Vincent starts the play, heads to the net. Vincent looking for the return feed. Spicer able to find the puck and chips it to the near corner. Good job by Bruskevich. Over to Leddy. As Leddy, look out, lost the puck. As Leddy nearly gave it away in tight to Wood. Here's Vincent. Hit by Kaplan. And it's back to Pickering, who gets it back from Nolan Collins. Collins wanted Howe, goes all the way to Trey Augustine. So play moving right along in this third period. Dragicevic in his own zone. Puts on the brakes. He'll send it across to Sova. Spencer Sova shoots it in. Hudson into the corner, as is Nick Moldenhauer. Here's Chesley. And brought in a step offside as the USA, a 3-goal advantage here, nearly 5 minutes gone in this third.
Matthew Morton, who plays at St. Andrews College for David Manning, I mean, his development has just been superb. How about this footwork and hand skills moving around Isaac Howard? You know, he might not have been a player that was very well known or really, you know, you're trying to understand what his potential is. I don't think there's any question what it is now. You know, he was rated by Central Scouting in the 200s at midterm. Every account I get is that he's going in the first 2 rounds of the NHL draft. And when you watch a player improve that much and then come to this tournament, you know, where he hasn't played at this level and do the things that he's shown us here through 2 periods, impressive is the only word that I can use.
And back at St. Andrews College, apparently he's a pretty good actor. They're in a musical on the Summit Series, and he's playing Dryden. That's his, like, isn't that cool? So it's funny, you know, hockey is such a big part of a lot of these young men and their families and back home and their other interests. That's pretty cool.
So are you telling me that he's got some goalie in him?
He could.
Or
well, listen.
Or lawyer or MP?
I've acted myself into a play-by-play job, so I mean.
Well, but that's Ken. Ken was a Vezina Hall of Fame goalie,
yeah.
Lawyer. Then he was an MP, team president of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
That was my friend Kevin McHenry gave me that little nugget, who is a big part of that program just north of Toronto. And a hand pass will blow down play.
Well, you know, Ken Dryden, I mean, he came into the league, upset the Boston Bruins in 1971, wins the Conn Smythe. He was still a rookie the next year when he won Rookie of the Year, 6 Stanley Cups, finishes. He goes, I need to do some other things in my life. Just such an articulate, brilliant person, such a big part of hockey in Canada during his career. And you know, still doing important things. I mean, a real advocate for, you know, making sure that we find a way to eliminate head contact and try to prevent any type of brain injuries to the greatest extent possible.
Shot blocked there by Pickering. That stung as Davies some speed up the left side. Davies tries to cut in, and he was closed off nicely. Couldn't bring play towards the net. Strammel with Brindley. Strammel, backhand feed as Duke spins, shoots, and that deflects high and off the netting and out of play.
Well, I was just talking about Ken Dryden, and Ken Dryden talked about the late Guy Lafleur, who we lost on Friday. You know, I grew up, Guy Lafleur was my childhood hero. I mean, watching him play, having the opportunity to, you know, grow up in Montreal and see him live, and you think about those great teams, and you think about how he pulled people out of their seats. And Patrick Roy said, hey, let's not have a moment of silence in the rinks. Let's shout Guy, 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 because that's what he did when he was playing on the ice.
Just a massive loss.
Yep.
And him and Mike Bossy, just icons in the game. As that wrist shot from Howard. Miss wide, Letty towards the net.
And with that comes condolences to his wife, Lise, and to his family, and obviously sympathies to all the great fans of Guy Lafleur.
Very, very sad. As Letty accepts the pass, shoots, knocked down by Dick. Howard back to work. Trying to put up a 4 spot here in Canada. As he talked about that rivalry and bringing his A game tonight, and he has, versus their Canadian rivals. There's Howard again, tries to tuck it in, nearly had a little bit of daylight. These guys are so good nowadays, Craig. Any glimpse of daylight, these players will sniff it out and find it, as Howard has 3 and the Americans have 6. Okay. Yeah. Sure. And welcome back. Team Canada down by 3 as we look at Nolan Baumgartner, of course, the coaching staff, Corey Chevry, Todd Miller, Dave Struess. All part of the contingent trying to get Canada back on top at the U18s, a gold medal last year in Texas. Canada's never won back-to-back golds at this tournament. And what a chance for Connor Bedard to go back-to-back as he is back this year wearing the C on his chest. Well, Tao, he'll chip and chase.
He told you in his second period interview what an honor was to get the call and to wear the C for Canada. And he mentioned watching Sidney Crosby do it. You know, the influence that, you know, the players previously have on this generation, while Connor Bedard will have that same influence in years to come.
Kaplan looking for Chesley. I remember being in the Czech Republic when Crosby came over to the World Championship, was the captain. Canada just dominated, won gold that year, and Sidney, the triple gold club winner that year. Of course, Stanley Cup, Olympic gold medalist, and his first ever World Championship. He won the gold medal on a dynamite team that year. Spicer for Leonard. Leonard in the corner, hit by Howe. And here's Connor Bedard with a step. Nearly had the puck, tries to stay on side, and he will. He gets it back. Bedard, couldn't work it through the legs on a nice little setup by Nick Moldenhauer. There's Snuggerud, far boards. Lorenz there as well. Nearly 8 minutes gone in this third period. Snuggerud. And knocked down by a high stick.
Well, we were talking earlier, as we look at Adam Nightingale, who, you know, first game of the tournament, you know, everything builds for this age group to this U18 tournament. This is their Stanley Cup. And, you know, they come in as young kids. I've seen it for years since day one. They're green as the grass. And the challenges that they go through in the USHL, you know, think about putting together a team of just 16-year-olds. And they acquit themselves. They go through that process. They come back that second year, bigger, stronger, more confident. And then they get to here. There's a reason, Brian, that they have won as many gold medals as they have, and why they come into this tournament just about every year as a favorite. So impressive to watch that progress, and the players and the coaches really dedicated in pursuing it.
Good work by Canada. Fantilli walking around the line. He'll drop it off. Slung four boards. Master Domenico loads up high and into the glove, and held by Trey Augustine. You know, to that point, I chatted with Cole Caulfield before this tournament, and he had a heck of a tournament in Sweden, tying Alex Ovechkin for goals in a single tournament with 14 that year. A lot of great American players have come up through this program.
Well, there's a quick shot by Master Domenico after we saw some maneuvering by Adam Fantilli, who Adam is so good because he can attack you from just about every area on the ice. We saw him below the goal line, on the right side, on the left side. Just such a terrific player.
And on cue, he steals and he goes to work. Craig skating after the puck in the corner. Champion in the USHL with the Chicago Steel. That drive, and I don't think he saw it, but he felt it as Trey Augustine feels that puck, and he'll hold.
You have to be impressed here with Augustine. He's been a real solid, steady effort here in the net.
Tyler Music and Michael Chambray, the other goalies for the United States at this tournament.
It's not the first time we've seen a 17-year-old goaltender come in and tend the net for Team USA. Spencer Knight, the most recent example of that. And what a brilliant opportunity he had to win gold in Edmonton at the World Junior. Jack Campbell, Toronto's starting goaltender, did the same thing as a 17-year-old player.
Here's Morden at the line, waits, wrist shot, hit a body in front as Kaplan picks it up for the Americans. Up the right side in a breakaway. Shot, score! Beautiful setup. Cole Spicer buries one, and 7 now for the USA.
Quick transition, and Matthew Morden just lost his footing, and what a great... Cole Spicer makes no mistake about it, but You know, one of the things that Team Canada has really struggled with is the turnovers. The shot gets blocked, and then quickly the other way. Just a perfect pass by Devin Kaplan, and then a great finish by Cole Spicer. And, you know, as the shot got blocked, you see Morden trying to get back, and he knows how quick it's coming at you, and just loses the footing and just over the right pad of Dick, and just like that, it's a 4-goal lead.
Spicer from Grand Forks, North Dakota. Ralph Engelstad Arena hosted that tournament a few years ago. Turnover at center ice. So Canada down by 4 as David Goyette spinning around. He'll send it back to Sova. Good stick as Ridley broke that up. He'll drop. Nazar thought about pulling the trigger, lost the puck. And Goyette back on it for Canada with Davies. And Nazar, good job, caught back, took it away. Howard gets onside and races after the puck.
Good teams are going to create their own opportunities, and the U.S. is a very good team. But Canada has continuously turned the puck over, and they've had the puck driven right back down at them. And that's where the big challenge is going to be for Nolan Baumgartner, the coaching staff, to push past that. And
pass right in front, scores! Another goal for Isaac Howard, 4 on the board, 8 now for USA.
So, 2 things here. Isaac Howard comes into the space at the right time. He reads the play, and Logan Cooley, who has the ability to thread the needle, puts it right there perfectly, and Howard makes no mistake. And Reed Dick has no chance on this. Just a great play by Cooley to shake the checking of David Goyette. And then there's Howard jumping into that spot. That is just a perfect feed, an unbelievable play, high-end skill, and that's 4 for Isaac.
Where's his name getting called in Montreal, Craig? Where do you see him?
First round.
Yeah.
He's competitive. You know, he's a player that gets chances. He can score in different ways, but think about his goals here in this game. All in the inner slot, right there where you got to pay a price and where the rewards are. Isaac Howard delivers in those areas.
Draft lottery now announced, coming up on May the 10th. Draft in Montreal this upcoming July, which will be very exciting. It's always fun, Craig, to watch this tournament and then see where these young men get selected. There's Pickering battling for the puck. So 8-3 USA, under 9 minutes to go in this third period. Here's Delic. Maybe Isaac Howard heard us talking about Cole Caulfield and Alex Ovechkin and says, well, if I get, 4 the first game, it's tough to sustain that, obviously. I say it tongue-in-cheek, but what a start for him.
Well, if he gets 4 in the first game and 4 in the third game, or 4 in the second game, 4 in the third game, now he's at 12.
The record in a single tournament, 14, held by Alex Ovechkin and Cole Caulfield. Caulfield admitted, too, that he knew in that game in Sweden, he was shooting like all over the place. He said, he knew what was up. Pass in front, Lorenz, a weak shot, and handled by Augustine. 8-3, USA leads here in Germany.
Well, Isaac Howard, 4 goals. Let's go through them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's number 1. Just a great finish off the pass from Lane Hudson. And then again, we talk about following your shot into the inner slot. He does that. Oh, right at the blue. I'll finish that one for the hat trick. And just for good measure, how about 4? Logan Cooley with the picture-perfect pass. And the great passer needs a good finisher, and the finisher needs a good passer. Certainly Isaac Howard is that excellent finisher.
America's looking for more. Gordy centering feed, nobody home, all the way down the ice as Lane Hudson is back and Augustine out of his net to get the puck to his defenseman. Here's Stravel up the right wing. Lost the puck at the line, picked up by Connor Bedard as he's muscled off the puck.
Another good play by Ryan Chesley, though, because Ryan Chesley gets right up into his space. It's an icing call, but Ryan Chesley gets right up into Connor Bedard's space. So, you know, now you're forcing him to be able to play in a smaller area outside the dots, and that's just outstanding defensive work by Ryan Chesley.
Chesley, 1 goal in 5 games last year in Texas as Lorenz goes to work in the corner. Lane Hudson. A little bit of speed out of his own zone. Hudson ships it up ice. McGrory chips it in. Over comes Sova. Spicer comes over. Ward able to sling it across. Nice move. Fantilli with some speed. Fantilli, Lorenz cutting in. Stick handling. Backhand try just wide. As Riga Lorenz and Fantilli trying to create. Spencer Sova below the goal line. Lorenz battling behind the net. Trying to come away with the puck. Here comes Bruskevich. Dumps in. Kaplan into the corner. As Devin Kaplan leaves right in front, and that blast from Hayduk. Pretty good look from Hayduk in tight quarters. Duke fakes the shot. Keeps the play alive. Kaplan. Back to Duke. Bruskevich. Floats one in, looking for a tip, and missed. As Matthew Ward up the right side. Looking for Davies. Josh Davies couldn't bring the puck any further. David Goyette. Streaking in, played by Augustine.
Tyler Dukes in some discomfort. Got caught up at the blue line and got to the bench.
Pickering looking for Davies. Letty back. Davies reaching for the puck, and he'll bang him into the boards. Give him a good shot. Davies slings it in front, looking for Goyette. And David Goyette was tied up. Sherman back, took the puck away. Right to Pickering, up for Davies, and he'll dump the backhand in. Mastro Domenico looking for the home run pass to Goyette, and icing charged versus Canada.
You know, we talk about the tournament. We talk about, you know, this is the future of the NHL. I go back to Finland, 2014. Team USA had a center ice. Jack Eichel, Dylan Larkin, and Austin Matthews. I guess they won the gold medal.
And Kyle Connor was on that team, was he not? As
well?
Oh,
yes, Kyle Connor, Noah Hannafin. I mean, but just think of center ice.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a 58-goal scorer. I mean, Eichel's been a star, you know, trying to find his way back to health and getting back to form. And Dylan Larkin, the captain of the Red Wings, just a terrific player. Kyle Connor with his 44 goals. Yeah, that's the future. It was the future of the NHL.
Snuggerud looking for Cooley. Watched by Pickering. As Cooley feeds the line, Letty pass through his skates, and it pops out of the zone.
And the year before that, in 2013, we saw Connor McDavid in Sochi.
Here's a good burst. Cutter Gauthier gets the shot away. And the hand up as we got a penalty coming up to Canada. So United States dominating their opening game, up 8-3 as Delic heads to the box. And there's Coach Udelic in the box out of Sudbury in the OHL, and a look at the penalty.
Yeah, stick right in on the hands, and the referee's got a perfect view of it, right? Like, I mean, just a perfect view.
We got a nice view, too, here at Fanatec Arena, as they're very proud of their team. They don't play in the DEL here. They're in the second division in Germany, EV Landshut. A couple banners that we recognize in the Raptors. We got Marco Sturm. We got Tom Kuhnackel when they did play in the DEL back in the day. And Strammel picks it up behind the net. So USA on the power play. Lane Hudson switching up with Casey. Hudson. Casey. The captain, McGroarty, back up top. Casey. Hudson. And they're just playing some catch here. Casey back to Hudson. Tries to get it in front. Strammel, big body, and late hit on Dick, and that is going to cause a problem as Team Canada not happy with their goalie getting knocked down. And a helmet's popped off in the fray. And that's the American player. That's Strammel on the ice, no helmet.
Well, you know, you're jamming the net. Here's Hudson just with a quick little play in and around the net, and then Strammel trying to get in there, and Master Domenico says, I don't think so, Mr. Strammel, and a little deflection comes in there, and Charlie Strammel headed to the University of Wisconsin. Tony Granato, the head coach there, just given a 5-year extension for his contract through 2027. You know, we talk about Cole Caulfield. You know, what a terrific season. So, you know, Tony and Marco Sicchi and the group there, they do a fantastic job of developing players, and certainly Charlie's going to have a similar opportunity to improve his game.
Cole Caulfield, big part of that program, won the Hobie Baker out of Wisconsin.
You know, Dylan Holloway, the Edmonton Oilers first round draft, and he played for the Okotoks Oilers where Rieger Lorenz played, and it goes even deeper than that because Rieger Lorenz's father played for Dave Poulin at Notre Dame.
Yeah. It's a small world, isn't it?
Oh, it sure is. Yeah, it is, yeah.
And that HHL, so many good players come out of there. Obviously, Cale Makar, you know, out of Brooks, and of course in Coolman's won a gold medal coming out of there last year for Team Canada. Great young defenseman. Jacob
Bernard Docker played at Okotoks, Ottawa Senators first round draft pick.
So they're still sorting out the penalties after the ruckus in front of Reed Dick.
Adam Nightingale and David Lassonde trying to understand what it is. So we got... In the arena, they've announced 4 minutes for Charlie Strammel. Or maybe it was a misconduct. 2 minutes roughing, and then they said...
So Haydu going over there as well. As McGroarty on the puck in the corner, watched by Silva. Ryan Chesley plays it back to Hudson. Hudson alertly gets to Lucius, and he'll feed Hudson. In stride, Lane Hudson over the line, he'll bring it in. Hudson still with it, wrist shot. Man, he made some space happen for himself, cut right in, and a good save there by Reed Dick.
Yeah, he can carve out space for himself. Lane Hudson, who played in the tournament last year for Team USA in Dallas. You know, I got to watch Torrey Krug at a similar age to Lane Hudson. I'll tell you, the similarities just are eerie. And, you know, certainly Lane is going to be able to go and develop his game and headed to Boston University. And when you have that type of thinking, that type of confidence, and you can use deception and fakes, and he's a hard guy to get a beat on, and just give him some time to grow. And certainly we see what Torrey Krug has done in the National Hockey League.
Seamus Casey losing the puck to Owen Pickering. As Spicer back to work, he goes after it and finds it. Up to the line, cross for Casey. Seamus Casey working in. Casey to the backhand. Try to sneak it through. And again, finding it was Reed Dick. He's been very busy in game number 1 for Team Canada.
Yeah, nice little delay in the quickness, in stride by Seamus Casey to just shake the defense and then get right in on the net. I mean, this is pretty high-end skill. A little quick delay, and then Adam Fantilli, left in his tracks there, but Seamus Casey, showing off that skating and quickness to create a real good opportunity.
Here's Leddy at the line, just holds the zone for Team USA, throws it towards the net, knocked down. Good job by Nazar. Trying to skate through a few Canadians, he'll leave in the corner. Picked up by Isaac Howard. A 4-goal night versus Canada for the Americans. Mastro Domenico, quick little move. And the snapshot is eaten up by Augustine.
Well, on Sunday, Canada will be facing off against the home side, Germany. Full building in here at Landshut for the Germany-Czechia game. And tell you what, Germany was up 2-1, and then they took some penalties, and the Czechia power play went to work. Lethal. I would say that discipline is always going to be a key to winning in tournament play, but when you watch such a good power play by Czechia, Germany put themselves in that hole, and I think that they're going to be very cognizant of not doing the same thing versus Canada.
Here's Spencer Sova, so Canada on the power play. Sova takes it around the net, still on the puck. Sova works it down low for Ward. Ward hesitates, leaves for the captain. Connor Bedard. Back up top, Sova. Fantilli, wrist shot. And that hit an American player in front. Good block by Charlie Leddy. Here's Sova at the line. Blocks it in. Spencer Sova, wrist shot. Rebound. None available. As Ward was looking for anything, then a little collision with Augustine. And that'll do it for the brief Team Canada power play.
So Adam Fantilli up here, Gauthier in a little battle there. Oh, guess you could have perhaps made a case for a penalty, but I just always think the referees are right, Brian, so I'm never going to question their judgment.
Bruskevich, he gives it away right to Ward, who couldn't find the puck, and Snuggerud in transition quickly for Cooley. Leaves, Snuggerud, spinning shot, couldn't get a good shot away. Cooley behind the net, takes contact. Fantilli pushes him down. Up the ice for Bedard. Fantilli over the line, in, shoots, good kick save. Augustine, one of his better saves on the night versus Canada.
I've been impressed with Trev Augustine, really impressed. First time I've seen him.
Snuggerud blows a tire, picked up by Bedard. Bedard again. McGroarty trying to line him up, and it's tough to hit number 16 out there. Bedard's been pretty good at, not a big guy obviously, but he plays tough and he knows what's up on the ice.
Well, Fantilli, Adam, is he's a big, strong player, very mature, but his ability to get the puck off in tight spaces, he's not who I'm going to say these two names, but he's got a game that resembles the way they play, not at the same level, and that's Austin Matthews and John Tavares. In and around the net like Tavares, and that ability to shoot the puck off the move from a lot of different places on the ice, and that's why Adam Fantilli is one of the top players available for the 2023 draft.
Off the steal, here comes Brindley. Tried to find McGroarty. David Goyette up the right wing. Couldn't chip it by Powell, but picked up quickly. Backhand try, stop, and reaching for it was Morden. As Matthew Wood, a good little push to get it towards Augustine.
So the USA will regroup and play Czechia on Sunday, and we'll have that game on the NHL Network and TSN.
And the night game will be Canada-Germany. Looking forward to calling them both. As Goyette won the draw, but they'll reset and do it again. And there's a wide shot here at Fanatec Arena, and it was really nice when We came earlier in the day and you saw Czechia, Germany. They were loud. It was packed in here, and pretty good crowd tonight.
It's been a terrific crowd.
Yeah. And I love it. We talked to a couple of young German boys who are obviously hockey fans, and they knew all about Connor Bedard, and they were telling us about Bedard, which is pretty awesome, all the way here in Germany.
Worldwide appeal.
It's awesome. Bruskevich towards the net.
And you know what's just as amazing? Here, Bayern Munich's playing here in Munich, and Alphonso Davies from Edmonton is a star here. So, a Canadian star playing football in Munich, and Connor Bedard showing off his wares here for the young hockey fans in Germany. Wonderful.
And he's a big fan of Connor McDavid, right?
Yeah.
We did the jersey trade. That'll do it, Craig. Our opening night, first game for Canada USA, but obviously it was all Americans, and they were on full display.
I don't know if it was all Americans. This game was 2-2, and then it was 4-2 for the USA, 4-3. They just seemed to get away, but this is a very, very good USA team, and for Team Canada, it's an opportunity to really measure where are we at and what do we got to do to get better, because Sunday they're going to have to be better than they were on Saturday, and it's all about building through the course of the tournament to get ready for that quarterfinal.
So the United States improving, Craig, to 13-4 all-time versus Canada at this tournament. As we get set for player of the game announcements and, of course, the national anthem of Team USA.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Isaac Howard and Connor Bedard.
Now, we have been at these tournaments over the years where the player they do pick is actually way off the radar.
You're right, but I'm just saying.
And a few times we've looked at each other's booths going, what? Okay. All right, you're 1 for 1. You're laughing. Bedard had a beautiful goal. Great assist, too, on the opening goal. And as he talked about, very proud to be back as captain. And he talked about it, too. Just too many turnovers against a good team, and something they'll look to improve on. Craig Hutton, wow, you're going to replace Mystic Mike back at the office.
No, there's no replacing Mystic Mike. Mystic Mike has to make predictions and say why. I just have to observe and say why I thought these two guys, the two best players for each team, no question about it.
4 goals for Isaac Howard.
We ask you to rise from your seats for the national anthem of Team USA.
So Canada, Germany, tomorrow USA has Czechia. Now it's the American national anthem. more? Well, nice to meet you guys. I got to be on standby. I got to do an interview, but it was very nice meeting you. Isaac, thanks again, man. We appreciate you being so patient, and congrats on an awesome game, too.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for, we appreciate you. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. Isaac, congratulations on a great start. I got to ask you, when was the last time you had 4 goals in a game?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't put the name on the last one, but that feels good, especially for the first game of the tournament.
How important is it for you guys to get a good start against one of your biggest rivals?
Yeah, it's crucial. When you saw this on the calendar, playing Canada game 1, that's a breaker for who gets the first seed in our pool. So to come out here and get that win, is very important going forward.
You have a lot of returning players from last year in Texas, and it did not go the way that this program wanted to. And I know how much pride that the United States national team development program has. So how much collectively as a group does it mean to have a big showing here in Germany?
Yeah, it's everything for us. This is what you come to NCDP for. We work our 2 years off to be here and win that gold medal. So last year, not accomplishing that, coming back this year, we're definitely ready to go.
Well, great start. Good luck, and thanks for your time, Isaac.
Yep, thank you.